We did it! And I don't just mean that by me finally getting the title here, I mean that to all the women out here who performed amazingly and put on a show that deserved us the stage that we had. So a huge thank you to Ironman for making the decision for us to have our own day, and we absolutely nailed it. I'd like to start by giving some thanks to the people that make this event possible. To Ironman, thank you for staging this amazing and historic event, and all the events that you and your partners put on for us. Providing us with a stage to chase our dreams, whether we are age groupers or professional triathletes. You provide a race series that challenges us and makes us great. I competed here for the first time in 2015 as an age group athlete. Having recently retired from elite level swimming, I thought my days as a professional athlete were over. Ironman provided me with a challenge that quickly turned into a dream, which to this very day I have been chasing, so thank you. To all the volunteers, the marshals, security, medical, lifeguards, and boat crew, local police, the list just goes on. Thank you for helping make this possible. We simply can't do it without your love for doing it for all of us. So thank you. To the residents and community of Kona, Hawaii, for welcoming us to your home every year. This island is beautiful, and we are so fortunate to have it as our backdrop for the biggest event in our sports calendar, so thank you. Next, I would like to give some personal thanks to my team and sponsors, who without their support, I would not be able to do what I do. My sponsors, you have stood by me from the highest highs and the lowest lows. Often the highs result in world titles, and the lows result in crutches and MRI machines. To my team, to Holly, my sister, thank you for being able to document my journey and being the support that I need every single day. To Michael, my physio, thanks for putting up with me, fixing my 99 problems, feeding me, and even fixing the problems we had leading into race week. To Midge and Tim, thanks for hosting us and putting us in your beautiful home and making us feel so welcome. It was the perfect place for me to do my pre-race prep and my post-race recovery. To my husband Reese, thanks for always being there. You are truly my rock, and I couldn't do it without you. Thanks for putting up with me at this last 6-7 week block leading into this race, where I was extremely tired, very grumpy, and made you go to bed very early every night so I could get up at 5 AM to be at the pool. To my coach Dan, who can't be here today, a massive thank you for putting down the plan that was flawless in getting me to this top step of the podium, and for working so closely with my husband Reese to execute the race day plan. Yesterday was a special day for women in our sport. It was a day where women were centre stage. I looked around before the start and I was truly inspired by each and every one of you ladies. Each with your own story and reason for being here, both professionals and age groupers alike. We are all here to chase our dreams. The thing we all have in common is the dedication and commitment it takes to get to the start line. Whether your finish time is 8 hours or 17, you're an inspiration to millions of people watching, and each and every one of you has my deepest respect. One of the questions that we were asked in our post-race press conference was, why do we think the times keep getting faster and faster each year? And I guess the obvious answer is the development in technology and advancement in technology and equipment, but I'd say it's much more than that. To start with Daniela, when I first started racing, you set the bar so high it seemed impossible to beat. Thank you for being such a fearsome competitor and for showing us that what is truly possible. Many times I've motivated myself to train harder and harder, knowing sooner or later we will be in a start line together, and no one wants to be unprepared when the angry bird turns up. Anna, we share the same coach, we share the same home away from home at Club the Centre in Lanzarote, and every year we've raced in Kona together. We've shared the podium next to each other in some format. Throughout my career I've had front row tickets to witness you setting the run course alight, and possibly the most frightening thing is to hear off the bike that I only have a 10-minute lead to Anna. Thank you for being such an all-rounded professional competitor and for pushing me to make sure it's 12 minutes, not 10. To Taylor, I admire your tenacity to rock up here on your debut Ironman with nothing to lose and everything to gain mentally. I have no doubt you'll be up here being the bar master in years to come. Keep doing what you're doing. Finally, to my race. It started with the dream really, getting off where I wanted to be in front on the swim, having the dream day on my mermaid bike, and then having a very tough day on the run. But managing to come home in the new world's fastest time here in Kona is just a real dream to get that title for the first time after being second so many times. And finally, to a truly special moment to have Jo Murphy, the first female announcer to head up the Ironman Championship and to play another part in this historic day for women. What made it even more special for me was the fact that Jo and Paul were actually the two announcers that called me across the line in my first ever Ironman in 2014 in Bolton. So thank you so much for paving the way for commentators. Mahalo.